Hello, thanks for joining us on the Signature Show. Today on our show, as they say in Nigeria, we have a very, very big fish. But I know that you'll be the first one to say, what do I mean?
Exactly.
So, we have a very big fish, a Nigerian who has become an epitome of the Nigerian spirit. A Nigerian who is proud of being Nigerian, but even in that pride, he's also still very proud of being an Igbo man. He's one of those that have signposted Nigeria in the world map, and it's my pleasure to welcome to our show Chief Dr. Pete Edochie.
Thank you
Pete,
very much.
welcome to our show.
Thank you very much.
Always a pleasure.
God bless you.
Always a pleasure.
Dalo.
Yeah, let me take you back a little bit. A lot of people in Nigeria, when they think about Pete Edochie, they just see one big star who just fell from the skies. A lot of them didn't quite know where you started. Tell me about your broadcasting years. That was actually when you became a star, before you became the mega star.
Yeah, thank you very much. I joined broadcasting in 1967. I ran away from the North during the crisis, and I was lucky to have returned with my life. And I joined broadcasting on the 14th of February, 1967. That's Valentine's Day. I don't forget it easily, you know. And I rose to be a director. I mean, it's to encapsulate my impressions along the line. So, and while I was the director, there were programs I created and immortalized, so to speak, like Instant Party, Instant Party music from the masters, which featured only classical music from great composers like Peter Tchaikovsky, Ludwig van Beethoven, Mozart, Schubert, Haydn, Handel, and the rest of them, Bach. And even till this moment, people still phone me to request I go back to the program. And I said, no, it's almost 20 years or more since I left broadcasting, and I'm not likely to perhaps attract sponsorship for the program, you know. Even though I will not lack material for it, I believe I have more classical music in my house than, well, most Nigerians, let me just put it that way. So, and I think it was while I was still in broadcasting that I did Things Fall Apart, which I think introduced me to the entire world as something of an actor. Put it that way, it won plenty of laurels. And so the moment I left broadcasting, I got into the movie industry. It embraced me with both arms, and I haven't gone back.
Yeah, we are not going there yet. We are not going to your movie career yet. Let's go back to broadcasting. I mean, you were among the best. I mean, when you talk about music from the masters, I also can talk about it because I remember that era when you presented that program. Not only that you had developed it, you also presented it for many years. When you sit back these days and listen to radio, do you get a feeling that it is still the same broadcasting of those years when you held sway behind the microphone and kept people, thousands and thousands of people, glued, with their ears to the radio?
That's a very good question, Vin. Broadcasting today is no longer what it used to be. I must tell you the truth. In spite of the fact that the broadcasters today have access to all the information they want, they have not managed to inject professional expertise into their broadcasting. Let me tell you what I mean. When we went for the All Africa Games in 1973, I was at the commentary booth with Ernest Okonkwo, Nishola Fulonsho, Inca Craig, and they're all dead now. And we had materials on all the established athletes at our fingertips. Yeah, you talked about Kipchoge Keino, we could tell you all about him. You talked about Alisa Anum from Ghana, we could. You talked about John Akibua, the hodler, we could. I don't see any such thing these days. The last time that we had maybe a repeat of the All Africa Games in Nigeria, 30 years after, I was listening to commentaries and I was disappointed, but I hung my head in shame. Yes. I was hurt. I said, look, this is my profession that is being scandalized. Then, if you were asked to go and interview somebody, no matter who he is, you did a lot of groundwork before you proceeded to conduct the interview. If you were asked to interview a psychiatrist, you have the opportunity, it was provided for you, go to the library, read up whatever you can on psychiatry, so that you're not at sea when you're interviewing that person. I remember on one occasion, people were interviewing the great Zik on national television. He looked at all the people interviewing him. He imagined the age they may have done in history, and he pitched his answer beyond them, and they were all nodding. Zik said, during the Treaty of Westphalia in 1648, and I looked at all those people, none of them knew what he was talking about, right? Yeah, and I pitied them. If I were on that point, I would have nodded my head because I know about the Treaty of Westphalia. But you see, all right, at a stage in a political evolution, maybe in the immediate past, history was expunged from the curriculum. It's a colossal tragedy.
It is.
Come on, if you don't know where you're coming from, there's no way you're going to know where to stop. To imagine it alone that history was taken out of the curriculum. Whoever may have recommended that, come on. You want to extinguish a people, that's what it means, and so you see, sometimes I don't blame the broadcasters today very much. I don't, because I don't know the kind of orientation they had. But in our own case, you were grilled properly. Like I said, if you were going to interview a psychiatrist,